The tournament means a lot for the people in Quebec. Growing up, I was just hoping one day to have a chance to play in that. In my days, it was just the beginning. But now, there's teams from everywhere. They're staying in billets, playing in the NHL arena. As a young hockey player, it's a dream playing in this atmosphere. It was fun to be part of that. I mean, it's probably the best tournament I ever played.
I'm Jaden Chan. I'm from Manhasset, Long Island, New York. 2025 was my second year doing Pee-Wee Quebec.
Last year, we thought that we would let Jaden try out for the team. We just wanted to see where he was at because he was in the younger side of the kids. Luckily, he made it, and so he went to all the practices. And then when it comes to the day off, we packed our car. We were really excited. And he has been telling me for a couple of days that his ankle has been hurting. So I was thinking, well, he's going to stay with the billet family for a couple of weeks. I wanted to make sure that he's okay before he goes to family.
We went to 2 ankle doctors and they both told me that I had strained it and that I shouldn't be able to play sports for a couple of weeks after that. And then I made the decision that I shouldn't go because I didn't want to irritate it anymore.
We got the call that Jaden was hurt, and I couldn't imagine the feeling that he was going through, because this is a once in for some of these kids once in a lifetime opportunity. And I told him to stay positive. I basically guaranteed him that he has a spot on the team next year. So it was definitely nice seeing him back. For our kids, we have a mandatory show-up date a few days before our first tournament game. It gives a chance for the families to go explore a little bit of old Quebec, which has so much history. It's like a little European town down there, and we have a mandatory outdoor skate. Sitting in a car or sitting in a plane. You want to get them out there and try to get them as comfortable as they can be before that first tournament game. First day, game 1 is, it's our busiest day. We gotta get the kids to the rink. We have to get them all signed in. They have to get their tournament passes. Then it's, trying to get focused for that game.
They get that pro feeling of being able to arrive at the rink, be able to walk on that red carpet, and they feel that, wow, this is a real special situation here. They'll take a team photo, and then they'll be ushered right onto the ice for their game.
I know everyone gets nervous here. It's, we've worked months and months and months to get to this spot, right? I know there's gonna be some nerves out there. It's a part of the game, but enjoy this. Enjoy this.
Usually our first period and a half, the kids are usually nervous, which is expected.
By the time that we started to get rolling, we were already down by a couple of goals. And then we started to put it together. I think we went on to power play, were able to score a power play goal. And then it put us back into a real good groove, and we started to really turn the tide.
Hey, we battled as hard as we could.
The biggest takeaway from that game is, the boys didn't quit.
Immediately after the game, you start to prepare the boys for what's coming, because we had to get ready for another tournament game coming Sunday. If you have to lose a game in that tournament, if you drop the first one, you're still in good shape. We have a couple of exhibition games before that happens, and hopefully come Sunday we'll be ready.
The billet family dinner is a dinner that the Islanders put on for the families and the billets to meet for the first time and, you know, try to get to know everyone before they send the boys away. But I think it gives the parents peace before basically sending their kid off, you know, with this family for the 10 days that they're there.
We gotta take care of them. All right. Ready?
There's always a little bit of shyness, like at the beginning of the week. So the first couple of days is like trying to make sure everyone's comfortable. And the dinner we do on Saturday, like every billet family invite their New York families over. It gives the billet families the opportunity to show the New York families where they live, how the boys are set up, and it gives also an extra opportunity to bond together, to get to know each other better. So it's a very important activity during the week.
All right, that's Ben's bed. This is my bed. This is where I sleep.
The tournament games, I think it's great for the kids to have that competitive, you know, that fire. But you know, the experience with the billets, you know, you're in a new country, staying with this new family. I left my home at a young age and lived with billets when I was 16, and you know, I kind of wish I would have had this experience before being, you know, thrust into the billet situation. So, you know, these kids are lucky.
At the end of the day, there is 130, 140 team that does the tournament. 5 of them are going to win. If you're doing the tournament only to win, chances are you're probably not going to have a great week. So the week, the tournament, the billeting, it's about an experience. And it's something you're gonna remember for forever.
So we're here at the secret town. It's a secret area. No, not much of that.
We got a fireplace going, we got drinks, and everybody's having fun. This is amazing. Quebec is amazing.
The ice hotel, the snow park, the exhibition game, the outdoor ring, the fun playing in the snow, and we're gonna have a pretty full week.
It's important to spend a lot of time with them because you want to make sure that those kids have the best experience in their whole life. And for sure, when they're gonna be like older, you're gonna be remembering everything in your whole life.
And Yannick buy a new skate just for skating with the boys.
With the boys outside.
I'm scooping the ice out of the hole so you can put the puck in it.
It's the second time in our career of Billet family that we receive a call to have the sibling. 2 years ago, we received James, the brother of Tyler.
I went with my brother in the 63rd year, and I just remember watching him play with my little brother Brooks. It was awesome. I remember watching him do warm-ups, and then, you know, I always thought that I wanted to play in the Quebec tournament when it was my turn to play.
It's on.
Let's go!
I feel like Tyler, he's a great hockey player, so like, I feel like he would always make it. I kind of wanted to go back too, so I was happy he made it.
Are you happy to be here at Quebec City
Yeah.
tournament? Yeah.
My oldest brother Matthew was the first in our family to go and experience Quebec, and I was the youngest brother that went up to experience it. When my middle brother Daniel played in it, I was able to play in some exhibition games and be on the bench. I was the stick boy. It just became an annual trip for our family. It was really fun. Similar to Tyler and James, we had relationships with the billets. For my billing experience, it was super positive, and that's one of the things I remember a lot about my time at the tournament, and one of the reasons why we really wanted James first to be with the Islanders for the experience, and Tyler as well.
Spoon?
Cuillère.
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 Yeah.
I told them both, James first and then Tyler, going into this tournament, that it's more about the other stuff, not so much the hockey. The hockey, we're there to perform and do everything the right way and be a great teammate and give us a great effort, but take it all in. Try new food, learn the language, pick up some words of French, try everything. That's what I really wanted them to take around. And that's the stuff that I know as kids that's gonna stick with them.
This morning, they are very helpful. They shovel the snow, they make a trace in the background. So, yeah, they are nice.
It's awesome. So lucky to be out here.
First time I was like, oh, it's a billet, maybe like they have a sleepover for one night. Then I didn't realize like, oh, they stay for a week, and they always make this like fruit tray with like chocolate on it. It's really good.
Hopefully my little brother can play so I can go as a watching experience. When my brother went, I got to go and watch him, but like I didn't know anything about it. I just thought it was another thing. So now knowing what it's like, I want to go watch my little brother Brooks play in it, knowing what the experience is like and everything.
This is it's a do or die game here, boys. Do or die.
Our biggest thing for our first game was, the nerves got to us. So now we're in a smaller venue. The boys knew what to expect. We knew it was gonna be a tough game.
Our first tournament game, we went down early. We cannot let that happen here today. I want to jump these guys. I want you up 2-0 by the end of the first. 2-0 by the end of the first. Got it?
We gotta block shots. Stay low, and if you have a chance to get it out, ice it.
We knew that Zurich was right there skill-wise with us. It was just a matter of who made the less mistakes out there.
Stay on the gas, boys! Stay on the gas here!
We were up 4-1 at the closing seconds of the second period, and we gave up a goal. And you could just feel the momentum starting to get away from us. So now we were gonna have to withstand an onslaught from the other team because they were gonna come out super strong.
We got a big third period coming, boys. We're playing for our lives here. Let's be ready to go here.
And it's exactly what had happened. They had tied it up 4-4, and then we had one shift where we kind of took back the flow of the game. You just felt the bench just rise. And now we're back. And now we got real good legs, and now our shifts are quicker and everything. You just felt that momentum go from the one side to the other.
Yes!
Tough times, it happens, it's a game of mistakes, and didn't quit and, came in with that win. So it was definitely special for sure. Winning that second game, it got us to Thursday. We had, I think it was 4 or 5 days in between, so we got to do some of our activities. We played a couple of exhibition games. We did the snow park, the ice hotel, all that fun stuff that, the reason why, basically why they come here is, is to be able to do all those things. And it was nice that, they got that big win and they got to go have some fun.
The more that the kids play, the better that they're gonna be able to play together. So it's important to have those exhibition games. The lines that are playing together are being able to find each other in different situations to get good opportunities to score goals.
Come on, Seagull!
Yup! Oh! Right here!
We're gonna try to get it back your end.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more mustard on that pass, yes?
Yeah. Let's go, kid.
What a shot! Don't screen! I can't see Quinn! Oh yeah, baby.
Oh God, it's all screwed.
It's all good.
So the third game is a critical game because you could have a little bit of exhaustion. Their legs might be just about feeling it.
How's everyone feeling? Confident in here? Good. So coaches, we have a lot of confidence in you guys. You just got to go out there and play the game the right way. Play the game the right way. When you play a team like SSF Blizzard, they're kids that played together probably the last 3 years, so they were moving that puck and it seemed like we were chasing a little too much, and you know, our goalie, you know, kept us in it. He gave us a chance. It just we just ran out of gas in you know, that second, third period, and it's the way it goes. You know, we knew we had an uphill battle, and you know, just a better team won that day, and you know, they went on to actually to win the whole thing. Boys, boys, boys. It's been you know, a long journey, you know, from starting in September to now, and it hurts, but it's a nice learning lesson. You gotta lose a couple times, that hurts, before you guys, you know, will get the taste of, you know, winning big games like this. But it's, you know, love working with you guys. It's just, you know, a bunch of organizations, all the kids coming together to where we are now. You guys should be extremely proud. This year's team, it's, you know, they were a close bunch. And you could tell, you know, guys, you know, go a little extra harder, you know, for someone you respect and someone you care about. And, you know, I think that's what, you know, stood out the most, how close they were and how close the families were, the billets were. And it was great to see, and, you know, a lot of memories, a lot of new friends, and, you know, that's what this tournament's about.
I love you so much.
Thank you guys for taking care of our boy.
Oh, yeah. Bye.
Listen, this may be the end of the hockey, but it won't be the end of us coming back.
In that third game, we weren't able to get that win that we needed at that particular time, but by no means was it not a success. I feel this was a very successful season. The boys got out experiences that they'll carry with them for years to come as they move forward in life.
See you, Louie.
Yes.
Oh, this is the hot.
Goodbye. Here. Kiss goodbye. Thank you. Just highly welcome. Highly welcome. Thanks. Come here, buddy.
Thank you, Enterprise! Game day, boys! Record for a second, just for a second. Ready? Bye, guys!
Yeah, bang on the boards, bang on the boards. Yes, we're on a power play.
I get yelled at because I'm really bad with the door.
Open the door!
I'm sorry.
Oh my God, bro.
Is it all mic'd up? Yeah, you see me? Yeah, I see you. I haven't done any of my homework. Max, you're hot!
Look at the sky. It's so beautiful. Just like Max Lieberman.
Boys, that's the vlog of the day. Thank you for watching. I